In 1727, Isaac Newton died clutching a secret. Hidden in his private chambers were over 1 million words of unpublished manuscripts. Not about gravity. Not about mathematics. About electricity and energy transmission. 200 years later, Nikola Tesla would independently discover the exact same principles. Coincidence? Or were both men tapping into something far older than either of them? Here's what they don't teach you in physics class. When Isaac Newton died, his family found something disturbing. Boxes upon boxes of handwritten notes on alchemy, ancient mysticism, and something called the ether. For 300 years, scholars dismissed these writings as the embarrassing hobby of an aging genius. But in 2016, researchers at Cambridge finally decoded these manuscripts. What they found changed everything we thought we knew about Newton. He wasn't just studying gravity. He was conducting experiments on invisible energy fields. Energy that could be transmitted without wires. Sound familiar? But here's the real mystery. How did Tesla, working 2 centuries later, arrive at nearly identical conclusions without ever seeing Newton's hidden work? Or did he? Let's start with what Newton was actually doing in that secret laboratory. Between 1670 and 1693, Newton spent more time on alchemy than on physics. But this wasn't the lead-into gold nonsense you've heard about. Newton was obsessed with something he called the vegetable spirit of nature. A universal force that permeated all matter. In his private notes, he described experiments where he attempted to manipulate this invisible energy. He built strange apparatus. Conducted tests in complete darkness. Recorded results in coded language. Why the secrecy? Because in Newton's time, this research could get you executed for witchcraft. But here's what nobody talks about. Newton's descriptions of this vegetable spirit match almost perfectly with what Tesla would later call radiant energy. Both described it as existing everywhere. Both claimed it could be harnessed. Both believed it was the key to unlimited power. And both men found their inspiration in the exact same place. Stop. I need you to really consider what I'm about to show you. In 1893, Tesla gave a lecture at the Franklin Institute. He spoke about wireless energy transmission. About tapping into the Earth's natural electrical field. About a force that existed before the universe began. Standard Tesla stuff, right? But listen to this quote from Newton, written in 1675. He describes an ethereal spirit pervading all bodies, by which light is emitted, refracted, and put into fits of easy transmission. 218 years apart. Almost identical concepts. Almost identical language. Now, here's where it gets strange. Both men were obsessed with one particular ancient text. The Emerald Tablet of Hermes Trismegistus. Newton translated it himself. Tesla kept a copy on his desk until the day he died. This wasn't coincidence. This was inheritance. But inheritance from whom? And why has this connection been deliberately ignored? But here's what nobody's telling you. Everything I just revealed. That's just the surface. The real story goes much deeper. And it starts with a mystery that historians have tried to bury for over a century. In 1940, the FBI seized all of Tesla's belongings after his death. Thousands of documents. Hundreds of inventions. Most were never seen again. But one inventory list survived. And on that list? Item 743. Newton's Principia with extensive margin notes in Tesla's handwriting. Tesla had been studying Newton. Not the public Newton. The hidden Newton. The alchemist. The mystic. The man who believed in invisible forces. And Tesla wasn't just reading. He was building on Newton's work. Completing experiments Newton could only dream about. The FBI knew this. That's why they took everything. Because if the public understood what Newton really discovered, and what Tesla proved, it would change everything. Free energy isn't a myth. It's a secret. And it's been kept for 300 years. Now let me show you the evidence that proves this wasn't coincidence. In 1704, Newton published Optics. Buried in Query 31, he asks whether bodies and light are not convertible into one another. He's describing mass-energy equivalence. 200 years before Einstein. In 1891, Tesla demonstrated that energy could be transmitted through the Earth itself. He called it terrestrial resonance. But Newton had already theorized this. In his unpublished hypothesis of light from 1675, Newton describes the Earth as a living electrical body that could transmit forces instantaneously. Both men arrived at wireless transmission. Both understood energy-matter conversion. Both believed in a universal medium that connected everything. This isn't parallel thinking. This is a chain of knowledge. And it goes back even further. To Alexandria. To the library that burned. To knowledge that was supposed to be lost forever. But wasn't. Wait. Before I reveal the final piece, I need you to understand why this matters right now. In 2023, MIT scientists achieved wireless power transmission over 30 meters. They cited Tesla's original patents. But here's what they didn't mention. The exact frequency they used. Newton calculated it in 1712. He called it the vibration of the ether. It matches Tesla's resonant frequency almost exactly. This isn't ancient history. This is happening now. The same principles Newton discovered, that Tesla proved, are being quietly rediscovered. By companies you've never heard of. In laboratories you'll never see. The technology for unlimited wireless energy exists. It has existed for 300 years. The only question is why we don't have it. And the answer? Follow the money. Follow the power. Follow the people who benefit from you paying for electricity every single month. Newton knew this would happen. Tesla knew it too. They both predicted that their discoveries would be suppressed. They were right. So here's the truth they don't want you to know. Isaac Newton and Nikola Tesla weren't just geniuses. They were links in a chain. A chain of knowledge that stretches back thousands of years. To ancient Egypt. To Hermes Trismegistus. To a time when humans understood energy in ways we're only rediscovering. Newton found fragments of this knowledge in ancient texts. He spent his life trying to reconstruct it. Tesla continued the work. He proved that Newton's theories were correct. Wireless energy transmission is real. The ether, the radiant energy, the universal field. It exists. And both men knew that this knowledge would be suppressed by those in power. That's why Newton hid his manuscripts. That's why Tesla's work was seized. That's why you've never heard this connection before. But now you know. The question is, what happens next? Because right now, independent researchers around the world are replicating Tesla's experiments. They're studying Newton's manuscripts. They're proving what both geniuses knew centuries ago. The age of unlimited energy isn't coming. It's already here. It's just being kept from you. 300 years of secrets. Two geniuses separated by centuries. One truth that refuses to die. Newton and Tesla weren't rivals of Edison or enemies of progress. They were guardians of ancient knowledge. Knowledge that's been passed down through millennia. Knowledge that threatens the very foundations of the energy industry. Today, you know what they knew. The universe is filled with free, unlimited energy. It can be harnessed. It can be transmitted without wires. And the technology to do it has existed for longer than anyone wants to admit. Newton couldn't build it with 17th century tools. Tesla built it, but it was taken from him. Now, in the age of information, this knowledge cannot be suppressed. The manuscripts are online. The experiments can be replicated. The truth is spreading. And maybe, just maybe, We're finally ready to finish what Newton started and Tesla proved. The question isn't whether free energy is possible. It's whether you're willing to look for it. If this investigation opened your eyes to something new, hit that subscribe button right now. We expose hidden knowledge every single week. Drop a comment telling me, what surprised you most about the Newton-Tesla connection? I read every single response. And if you want to go even deeper down this rabbit hole, click the video appearing on your screen right now. It reveals another scientific secret that's been hidden for centuries. The truth is out there. You just have to look for it.